with Eminem, I just, you know, I came from Boston, right? Boston is a racist town. Probably more racist than down south because it's up north. You know what I'm saying? Down south it's like, okay, yeah, you in the cotton fields, and up north it's calculated on how they really are gonna fuck you up in the long run.
Like Boston, the Commonwealth?
It's Commonwealth. Like that means that they could just come in and just change the laws as they go, they go. I came up in Boston where it was like segregated. There's white people all around us. There's Blue Hill Ave, and that's the hood. There's projects, and there's niggas, and it's us. It's us. And we wouldn't go over there because we would get fucked up, and they wouldn't come over here because they would get fucked up. That's how I grew up in Boston, Massachusetts, in the '70s to early 80s.
How did that work for you being half white?
I'm not half white. I'm Cape Verdean, Puerto Rican.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, like. See, that's what I'm saying. Like my mother's Cape Verdean, my father's Puerto Rican. There's the flags. If I was white, I would be proud. Me and Dave Mays accomplished many things. Dave was Jewish. Like me and Dave went through a lot together for 18, 20 years, 20 some more years, and built something that, as far as magazine and publishing wise, will never be built again, ever. You know what I'm saying?
So why did you accept Dave being a part of hip hop, but not?
It wasn't the acceptance. It wasn't the acceptance. And he necessarily didn't have, like, you know, it wasn't a brilliant of Eminem, like, I don't like, you know, at that time, with me being the source, I'm just like, you know, I understand how it's unfair growing up in a city that gets white privilege. And we always, growing up like that, again, when you're young, it's your younger years that shape who the f you are. Mm-hmm. So how you growing up, whether, you know what I'm saying, whether it's one parent, two parent, in the streets, out the streets, and chances are that's gonna stick with you. You know what I'm saying? Racism stuck with me. You know what I mean? My father was in the Italian mafia. Schnapps was really heavy in the mob. 25 years feds. So I'm fucking with Irish, Italian, Jewish, Colombians through him while he's in jail. So I'm taking over his shit now because he was that, like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm dealing with white men and I'm getting along with these white men. I'm listening to them. They teaching me. I'm in awe of these. But I still got to deal with, you know, everywhere you go in Boston, everything you do, motherfuckers is looking at you crazy. You can't do a certain thing. You can't, like, growing up with that, always growing up where they have first dibs on everything. So hip hop, right? I felt like hip hop was us in the South Bronx. Now, the South Bronx, I don't know if people know it, people from New York, but back then, in the 70s, that shit wasn't even, like, how could that even be United States the way that shit was? Hip hop came out of that. Like, and the saddest thing is that a lot of these young guys do not pay homage to the people that even came, because if you see what hip hop, like the type of poor that hip hop came out of, the type of poor.
Yeah. Abandoned buildings, broken glass, everywhere.
Bro, that's what I'm saying. While white people was living good in the suburbs. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not, like, my mother, Mary Scott, raised a great man, like a good man. I don't hate people for their color, but I'm scarred for the bullshit that happened.
Right.
Dave is my brother. I love Dave. Like Dave is the closest to brother than probably, me and Dave spent more time with each other than any of my brothers.
Were you ever assaulted at a young age by racist people?
Oh, yeah. One time, okay, man, math. So I got accepted to Boston Tech. Took a test, I did it for my mother. I was selling mad drugs. I went to, I did it for her. I got into Boston Tech because I was smart. I was, you know what I mean? Like, got in there, I was selling weed or whatever. So we would come home on buses, but not on school buses. They would be regular buses. And then, you know, black people would be there and the white people here. This was 81, okay, in Boston. Wow. Yeah, bro, if you look in YouTube, you'll see bussing where most shit that you see down south would be in black and white. You'll see that shit, go put busing, like a bus, busing, segregation, Boston. That shit gonna be in color, where you gonna see thousands of white people when the bus comes and drops a few black kids off to go to school, throw shit at them, turn the buses over. This is in the 70s, not the 60s, not the 50s. This is in color.
Yeah.
So this is what we had to grow up with. So you know, get the fuck out of here. Little kids, get the fuck out of here, nigga. Throwing shit at the buses. It was horrible. when you get a chance, please, just please pull it up so you can just understand, like, this is what I had to grow up in. This was my backdrop.
Personally, what was your experience?
Got into a beef one day with these cats. They stabbed me. White dudes had stabbed me. A little stab on my belt and on the side. But then the next day came, niggas, there was a whole big thing on the bus and I got kicked out of Tech. Had to go to the Berg. But that was like a real thing.
Was your mother disappointed?
Very. Oh man, cried and everything. Cried. See, you know, in the streets, right? You got niggas that are, in every streets, you always got the niggas who are super wild. Like even wild than you. I don't even care if you kill somebody, this nigga here done killed 7 people and you know you ain't as wild as him. The reason of that is because he don't have the conscience given to him from his mother. That's how niggas turn into animals. Because if there's no like, damn, I don't want to do this because I'm thinking about her. If that's not in you, then that's it.
Yeah.
You got shit up. You know what I'm saying? You know, fathers is good, but the mother got it. That's why
teaches us compassion.
That's why mothers are so important.
Compassion.
That's why mothers are so important, because anything I've been through some shit in the streets, but it was always a thought of my mother. So you know what I'm saying? It was like I've crashed a few times, but I didn't jump off the bridge. Always a thought of my mother, and that's just what it was. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's what saved me. Hip hop and my conscience from my mother, because my father was, get out there, let's go. Yeah, nigga, 13, you know, yeah, get out there. I was, yeah, go visit him. Yeah, I need you to go. Okay, go visit him again. I need to take this note, stick it in my ass, bring it to another Italian nigga up in another Fed joint, like 14, 15, 16, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, so she wasn't with it. Hard-working, Cape Verdean woman. For those who don't know Cape Verdean, the islands off of the west coast of Africa. You know what I'm saying? Cape Verdean people of Portuguese descent.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You know, but just like everything that mixed in with Africans, that's Cape Verdeans. So, you know.
Beautiful people.
Yeah. Gorgeous people, man. Beautiful people. Hard-working people, too.
Yeah.
You know, proud people. You know, a lot of people. I didn't know about my Cape Verdean until later. Because like I told Chastity, I said, when I went to school, it was black, white, or other.
Right.
And, you know, I'm putting black. And then I'm picking my head and it hurts. I'm black, my nigga. Shit, fuck. Saying the fuck. Yeah, so that's how I never looked at myself as light skinned ever. I never got into the light skin shit. I would look at Prince and them niggas as light skinned. You see what I'm saying? That's how I was. I was like, them light skinned. Like I always never looked at myself as a light skinned.
You was the light skinned nigga calling all the niggas light skinned.
I just looked at them niggas like he's like, look at this nigga, this pretty boy. Like I never looked at I never got involved with that. See, I didn't grow up around Spanish people. And early were like kind of segregated, but Boston was black. You know what I'm saying? It was nothing else. Right. Black. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's what I grew up around. That's how I did my dirt around. All my niggas who done died in jail, it was all black. And, you know what I'm saying? And then as I got older, I understood, because my father speak fluent, you know, because my grandmother is Puerto Rican.
Right.
But I couldn't speak Spanish. But yeah, man, you know, it's not like I didn't accept him. It's just that I knew that he's gonna get all this extra.
This trapper turn smack rapper. Only smack rapper that you know is smack rappers. Got bars, I can hang with the backpackers. Trap star, I don't hang with the backpackers. I'm in the hood with the work, you heard. Making fiends leave earth, you heard. Got your baby mama thirst, you heard. Feel the flow, nigga, throw it in reverse. This the wave you need to surf, you heard.